Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun video we are going to be swapping out and switching around some laser engravers. Now if you guys remember, recently we looked at the new TOOCAA 20-watt laser engraver that is fully enclosed with a nice glass enclosure. And you guys know, if you are longtime followers and subscribers, that the daily driver laser out here in the workshop is the longer Ray5 20-watt diode laser engraver that is in this pop-up enclosure here, and we've used it for several creative videos. But what I want to do is do further testing with the TOOCAA laser. So what I need to do is swap the two lasers out. The TOOCAA laser is sitting below the camera right now on the countertop. It's not hooked up to anything, but the longer Ray5 20-watt laser engraver is hooked up to the proper dust vent to pipe the smoke, the fumes, and everything that's generated with laser engraving out of the workshop, to keep the air quality in the workshop as clean as possible. Of course, anytime I'm running a laser engraver, I will have on the safety UV goggles. I'll have the air filtration unit running that's in the top of the workshop, hanging in the rafters, trying to keep, again, the air quality as clean as possible. But I did want to do some further testing with the TOOCAA laser, and I felt the best way to do that was to just swap the two lasers out to get the test done. That way I can hook the TOOCAA laser up to the dust vent properly to where it can extract all of those fumes as I just talked about. Thought it would be just a fun video to bring you guys along for the ride so you can see how the process takes place. So without further ado, let's move the camera to where we can start switching the two lasers out. And before we begin, I'm going to quickly take some measurements to make sure that the new laser will fit in this location. But once I'm sure, we'll begin unhooking all of the wires and the cables so we can move the longer Ray5 20-watt laser and this enclosure. And keep in mind, there was nothing wrong with this laser. It was just I really like the setup of the new TOOCAA 20-watt laser engraver. But this enclosure will simply lift off of the work table here, and then we'll also move the Ray5 20-watt from longer over as well. And now over here we can get the shop vac out and we can begin cleaning up all of the area here. A lot of those little pieces fall away when you are laser cutting small and delicate details. And I'll unhook all of the other cables. And then it will be time to move the TOOCAA 20-watt laser over. And it just fit in this location, and I was very happy with how it looked here. But then it will be time to hook up the vent hose and all of the electronics to turn it on and connect it to the laptop and the Lightburn software. And I really love the LED package on the TOOCAA laser here. But getting everything set up so it can do its first project in its new location. And since it is Halloween, I picked a nice little Halloween design. And you can see we are framing out the thin 3mm craft basswood that was shipped with the TOOCAA laser. And I'm going to put the GoPro in the enclosure, and I'll shut it up and hit start. And this is just a design. I believe I found it on an SVG group over on Facebook, but I thought it would be a really cool test for the laser in its new location here. And obviously the footage is sped up, but for reference I'm using a speed of around 300, one single pass to laser cut all the way through, power of about 90 to 95%, and air assist on. And here with the GoPro in the enclosure, you can see how well the dust vent does of extracting all of the smoke and fumes, keeping the air quality in the workshop as clean and nice as possible. But I was very happy with how this TOOCAA laser worked for this project here, and I really love how it is clear all the way around with the safety material that is orange for you to be able to peer into, so I'm able to keep an eye on the laser no matter where I'm standing in the workshop. Primarily I will be over at the scroll saw, but I'll be able to glance over and see the laser working anytime I want. And if you guys like what you're seeing, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to my channel and also follow me across all my social media feeds under the Artisan Pirate name. I'd really appreciate the support. And also thanks to TOOCAA for supplying me with this 20-watt laser engraver. I really love it. And after all of the laser work is done, I like to leave the project sitting for around 5 minutes to make sure all of the smoke and fumes have been properly extracted. But now we'll get our first visual of our finished design here. Really nice, delicate Halloween design. And we'll get ready to add some proper Halloween colors to it. We'll do one piece a bright orange, the piece with all of the detail on it, and the backer board we'll do black. And after these pieces have dried completely by the shop door, it'll be time for assembly. And to glue the two pieces together, I'll use medium grade CA glue and activator. And I really love using this stuff because it basically dries and bonds instantly and allows me to work quickly out in the workshop. But after the CA glue had dried and cured completely, it was time to finish the project. And for finishing, I used a few coats of Rust-Oleum clear gloss. And I really like how once it dried, it had a nice glossy appearance. And here we have the first creative project from the TOOCAA 20-watt laser engraver. Now that it is moved over to its new home over on the workbench and connected to the laptop and properly hooked up to a dust vent and extraction system. Really, really cool. Had a lot of fun in today's video, and hopefully along from the beginning until now, you guys have hopefully learned something and maybe picked up a tip, trick, or tidbit when it comes to laser engraving. Really cool look at this. Nice little happy Halloween piece here, and you can see some delicate details in it, in the spider's legs, in the bats, in the font. Really, really cool. And it's 2 layers here, so it has a nice little semi three-dimensional piece. And because it's so lightweight, I could put some magnets on the back of this and put it on the refrigerator, or I could prop it up on a shelf desk or countertop during the Halloween and spooky season. So really, really cool. Really creative design, and I'm really, really happy with how it came out. We laser cut it with a piece of the sample material that TOOCAA sent me, so thank you TOOCAA for that, and for all you did for me for sending me that laser to review. There was nothing wrong whatsoever with the longer Ray5 20-watt laser engraver that we took away today and then put the TOOCAA in its place. There was nothing wrong with the longer laser. I just wanted to really do some more tests with the TOOCAA laser since it has the proper glass enclosure and everything. And of course, I hope it goes without saying, anytime I'm using a laser engraver out in the workshop, the air filtration unit is running, air is circulating, and of course I have my safety UV goggles on. But the TOOCAA laser engraver is billed as the world's safest laser engraver, to where you do not even need the safety UV goggles when you go over to look at it because of the glass safety enclosure, that orange translucent glass. It is safe for you to peer into it while it is running, but it's ingrained in me to keep the UV goggles on when I'm over at the laser, since I've been doing it a while now. But really happy with how this came out. It only took around 12 minutes for the laser to laser cut this, so that just gives you guys an idea of the time it takes. I've done a speed of 300, power of 95%, air assist on in one individual pass. Keep in mind, I'm using the Lightburn software for everything I do out here in the workshop. I do know that TOOCAA offers its own laser software, but I am more familiar and versed with the Lightburn software. I hope that makes sense. TOOCAA also supplied me with some more sample materials that I'm eager to test out with over at the laser. Right now, while we are filming this, back behind me, the laser is still running, knocking out some custom ornaments out of 1/4" material. Again, this here was cut out of the thin 3mm craft basswood, but it came out nice and crisp. And again, I'm very happy and very thankful to TOOCAA for all they did, for trusting me with the review. And now I can further review the laser by making more and more creative projects with it, and also testing out more of the materials that they sent, not only with the laser, but they also sent another pack in a separate container. So really, really cool. Had a lot of fun in today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it from start to finish. And again, hopefully it encourages you guys to step up your laser game out in your garage or workshops now that laser engravers are becoming more and more affordable for people to have out in their garage or workshops. And as I always say, try to make sure that your laser is in a well air circulated area, and if possible, please put it in a proper enclosure. You guys seen how well that enclosure for the TOOCAA laser worked with it pulling out all of the smoke and the fumes. But really cool. Had a lot of fun in today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video from start to finish. That's going to be about all for this one. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you'll click that subscribe button and also follow me across all my social media feeds under the Artisan Pirate name. As always, links to contact me as well as all my social media feeds will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. That's about all for this one, and remember guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you guys. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.